Welcome to another installment of The Goddess Keys, where we unleash and unlock the tools and the jewels to support us with the realization that we are truly God Goddess in form. And today there's a pretty quick message around the power of your imagination and how sometimes in order to birth the reality that you require to thrive, it does require you becoming delusional, quote unquote, to your external reality. And this is why I'm such a big proponent of going silent for a bit as you are in the process of your inner transformation, meaning that sometimes you might need to take a pause on certain social groups, even certain members of your family, so that you can create a certain reality bubble, and that bubble doesn't get popped before you have the opportunity to birth it into existence. Because, as I've said previously, we do live in a holographic reality. So everything is being birthed through our imagination. However, the way that the false matrix simulation has operated has been through perceived limitation, constraint, constriction, even feelings of heaviness and imprisonment. Okay. And this is very Saturnian. Saturn has been utilized against us in a lot of ways in the false matrix simulation. In the past few videos, if you take a look, I've been doing a specific deep dive as it relates to Saturn, because Saturn makes it so that our reality actually takes form. Okay, so everything starts off with the dream though. So before we make things actually stick with Saturn, we also utilize the concept of Neptune in our reality. And Neptune is the power of our imagination. And that is activating that inner spark within us, that divine child, which in many ways was snuffed out in the false matrix simulation through a lot of conditioning around patterns of limitation. But as we awaken into our inner magi, our inner God Goddess, then we reignite that divine spark through the power of a limitless imagination. So this is where Neptune comes into play. Neptune is ruled by the 12th house, which has a lot of times been constricted in the false matrix. But as we really understand that we are operating within a holographic universe, then if we can harness the power of Neptune and balance it out with the power of Saturn, then we truly can command our reality. So I'm actually going to post a link below. I did a download about a year ago where I went really deep into the power of Neptune. So I would definitely check out that download just to see how you can activate the inner Neptune from within. And another thing is we want to get out of the habit of looking at planets as being external to our reality. So all of the planets lie within us. All right. So any blockages that we have as it relates to certain planets, or as they say in astrology, malefic aspects, those are just programs that we need to unlock and reverse. And that's something we totally have the power and capacity to do, as long as we're looking at these programs as being things within us, as opposed to being some external power that we are oppressed by. One powerful practice that you can do to activate the power of your imagination is something called trans questioning. Okay, this is another form of affirmation. But with affirmations, what happens is you make empowering statements. So for example, I am limitless and abundant. Okay, that would be an affirmation. But you could turn that affirmation into a trans question through the following. Why am I so abundant and prosperous? Like, that would be a way for you to turn that affirmation into a question. Okay. And it's opening up the potentiality of another realm of existence within your mind by posing it as a question. All right. Because what it's doing in your subconscious is it's actually getting your subconscious mind to work on your behalf to figure out how are you going to tap into that reality. Okay. So sometimes I find trans questioning more powerful than affirmations. Affirmations can work too. But if you're working on a particular sticky subconscious block, then try the trans questioning. So I'm actually releasing a subliminal soon, if not already, called Activate Your Inner Magi. And in this subliminal, there's going to be trans questions as opposed to affirmations as it relates to activating your inner magi. And if you're interested in getting access to the entire content library of all the affirmations and subliminals that I post, meditations and whatnot, consider joining the Patreon. But I'll also make sure to put an example of one of the trans questions in the community tab so you can have a look at how this might work out for you. This has been coming up in a couple of the sessions that I've had this week with folks, in just this idea of expanding the limitations that have seemingly been imposed on us within the false matrix simulation. Something I want you to remember is that a lot of times you will be your greatest jailer. You will be your greatest slave master, okay? Or your subconscious programs that are within are going to be sometimes the ones that keep you the most entrapped, okay? So utilize the power of trans questioning if you're feeling a little bit limited within your circumstances or powerless, and try the method of trans questioning. I got this method from a false matrix buster outer teacher. I don't know what to call her, but her name is Renee Garcia, and she's posted some different affirmations related to trans questioning. So I'll also leave a link below with some of the work that she's done around trans questioning. A lot of her content has been really powerful on my journey, so I also just kind of want to share her as a resource as well. I also have another trans questioning subliminal, or it's like not a subliminal, but like a trans questioning affirmation thing that I did on my Patreon too. And this is more for moving into abundant timelines. It's one of the first Patreon posts that I did almost a year ago, and I'm still finding it really powerful. So I hope that this is helpful to you. Just remember that you are the key, and all the answers already lie within. If you are seeking some support with somebody to support you with activating or remembering or reclaiming what's already within, then my links are below. And also check out the group coaching program that I'm launching. It's actually starting January 11th, 2025. It's an 8-week group coaching program, and it is called Generational Bounty. And it's all about unlocking a lot of the subconscious programs related to our ancestry. Some of the things that we'll be exploring during this group coaching experience includes really reversing destiny swapping, poverty karma, ancestral trauma and storylines, and then really seeing where we can and how we can reclaim our inheritance from the false matrix simulation. I've designed this particular group coaching program specifically for folks who have really felt like they haven't been able to keep hold of their dreams, or they've felt like they've gotten things constantly taken from them in this false matrix. And so I've designed this specifically for you, around how to support you with unlocking all of those codes so that you're able to really live in that flow state instead of always feeling like you're battling something. And so this is also a really great opportunity if you're seeking a coaching experience, but you want to do so more in a meaningful, purposeful container. It's not going to be a very large group, no more than 8 people. And yeah, I'm really excited to work with whoever feels aligned with this. And you can check out the links below for more information. Sending you lots of love, joy, and peace until we meet again. Bye.